I'm going to call the meeting to order. We'll have the opening prayer, and I'll do it tonight. I didn't ask anybody ahead of time, so. Everybody ready?
Yep.
Dear Lord, thank you so very much for this beautiful day. Thank you for all that you've done for us. Lord, please guide us tonight as we make decisions for the city and help us to do the right thing. Lord, be with all of our soldiers wherever they are through the world, and be with Israel as they have to deal with their hardships. All this we pray in your name. Amen.
Amen.
All right, next roll call. Zach?
Altizer,
Here.
Evans,
He's here.
Hardwick, Hasty,
Here.
Kerr, Longmire, Martin, Silkwood, Slattery. All right, we have
All right.
8
Now,
present.
thank you. Appreciate it. Public comments, agenda items only. Nobody signed up. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So we're good to go past that. Acceptance of the agenda. Any issues with the agenda? Anybody see any problems? Y'all accept it as is?
Yes.
All right. I have to have a motion for this.
So moved.
All right. Thank you. Can I do this one just by voice?
You can do it by voice.
All agree, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Next is the minutes. All right.
Second.
Everybody had time to look at it, so that's good. I can do this one by voice too. Everybody accept, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody oppose? All right, it passes. Thank you. Now, the next thing we have, this might be a record tonight. So, okay, the consent agenda. All right, we have 136 and 138 Shivel Drive site plan. Owner Rob Cushman, location 136, 138 Shivel Drive, parcel 163DB002.02. I know it's by Timothy Whitten and Caitlin, but they're not here tonight, and if there are any questions about it, we have Keith here to explain. So, would you like to go?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, we'll run through those images just so everybody can kind of see the images up on the screen. This is 136 and 138 Shivel Drive. This is currently 3 lots. They're going to be combining the lots to take the 3 small lots to make 2 larger lots. As you can see on the screen, there's going to be 2 buildings. They're going to be a little bit less than 5,000 square feet. This is in our dockside neighborhood zoning classification, so it's one of the newer things within that new zoning classification. There's 2 buildings. They're fairly similar. But there are some differences with the brick and with the exterior features. Maybe click to that next one. This kind of is a rendering of what the buildings are going to look like. It's pretty much 100% brick. The developers worked with us to make sure that the materials and the quality of the design kind of met what we were looking at that. We were kind of faced with some challenges where this particular zoning classification does allow mixed use, so this could float from commercial to eventually to single-family residential to a combination of both. It was really the first one that we've run across that in this new zoning classification that's kind of teed up where it's going to be able to be truly flexible. Of course, it is limited to 1 residential unit, on the property, but it's going to have a lot of flexibility to it. Currently, what they're proposing, they don't have a specific use, but kind of the placeholder is a contractor's storage office is what it's going to initially be, is what we calculated it for, and this meets all of our different requirements, and the developer has agreed to all the staff comments. It's on the consent agenda this evening, and everything. Once they make all the corrections, we'll meet all the comments that the staff has had on it. And I'm happy to answer any questions if anybody had any specific questions about this.
I do have a couple of questions. Just curiosity, will there be an overhead door in the back?
There will be. If you can go back, Zach. There we go. There's a overhead door on the side facing that shared drive entry, but also on the back, there's a rear overhead door in that rear of that as well.
On each building, right?
On each building, yeah.
On each building?
Yes, sir.
And then about what will be the interior height of the building? 18, 16, 18?
It'll be about 14.
14.
about 14 feet height in the interior.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So Keith, I have a question, a couple of questions.
Go ahead.
What's going to be stored in the building?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm Rob Cushman, I live at 1445 Anderson Road here in Hendersonville. So, storage, it's really 1,000 square feet of office, and it's really flexible up front. We kind of designed it to have a kitchenette, 2 bathrooms, and some conference space or open space. So you walk in, have about 1,000 square feet, and then you go through a door, have 4,000 feet of space. It can be anything you want it to be. Down in Nashville, there's a lot of maker spaces, people that create. You know, it can be a wood shop. We've got some flex space here in Hendersonville, and we've got cabinet makers. We've got different types of users like that. That's kind of the vision. Someone who would lease a flex space like that, this is the next level.
Got it. Second question, are you storing any vehicles, any pods, anything outside?
No, there's no plan for that. We've got the site parked. You know, it's got asphalt in the front for commercial type parking, and then there's a drive between the buildings, and then there's rear parking as well. But it's not meant to be a contractor storage yard per se. It's not really for outdoor space, not what it's teed up for.
And last question, parking. How many spaces are we going to have, and is that
Yeah, I believe the requirement on this was 6 spaces, and I think they provided 8 on one side or 9 on the other, or 9 on each. So they're over parking it from that
Yep.
requirement,
Thank you.
No problem.
which will allow for, as different uses go in the building, which will allow that flexibility. So, you know, not too much parking, but enough parking that it won't limit future uses.
It won't be an assembly user, like a gym
Yeah.
user, any of those. That's not really the target. That's not what we're looking for.
Commissioner Martin, you have questions?
Not for you. This is for Keith Free. When it comes to Shivel Drive and the Westlake plan, along Imperial Drive, between Imperial Drive and Main Street, where this project is located, is a little bit of a different approach than it is on the other side of Imperial Drive. So for the folks at home, this project actually fits within what we have laid out for the Westlake plan. If it were to be on the other side of Imperial Drive, that would be a different discussion. Can you articulate the difference between Dockside Drive and then the other side of Imperial?
Yes, I sure can, Alderman. The south side of Imperial, that's classified as SR3, which is neighborhood preservation. So we're trying to preserve the residential character of the single-family homes within that area, and more of a protective kind of neighborhood zoning. And then north of Imperial, then we have the Dockside neighborhood, and then that Dockside neighborhood is kind of sandwiched between the commercial up on West Main Street. And the Dockside neighborhood is like all of the existing development that's over there, where you had houses, but half of them converted to offices and different commercial things. This zoning now fully embraces that, but doesn't put it where it's frozen, where it can only be commercial, but lets it flex between commercial and residential, so that we don't end up with the situation within this where that, well, if there wasn't a big enough commercial demand, you can't use it residentially as a home or something, or if there wasn't any residential demand, but there was commercial, you could step up and do that. And I think, just as Rob had hit on it, these particular projects that he's building really are going to have that true opportunity for a live work, where somebody could have a business in there and rent out, an apartment, or a living space, or they could own the building and live there and actually have their business there as well. So it's going to really create a unique opportunity, but those are completely separate, and that this kind of development for this Dockside neighborhood is fully embracing the vision of, that was approved in Westlake.
I agree with that, and I support this project.
All right, thank you. Any other questions from commissioners? All right, I'm open to a motion. So moved. I'm sorry, go. I'm sorry. Okay, well, I heard both, so Todd started it, you finished it, so I'll take you as a second, and I'll take Todd as given the motion. All right, thank you, sorry about that. We'll do this one by roll call. I do, I agree.
Is it with staff comments?
Yes, it's with staff comments.
Motion to approve, passed with 8 yeses.
All right, thank you.
Thank you all.
All right. All right, next, staff level projects pending. Do I need to read all these, Keith? Or
I can go through them real quick
Okay.
and just give a synopsis.
You
of
can
each
go
one of them.
through and hit the highlights if you'd like.
Okay, I'll go through those and let me kind of get up a little closer here to the mic. Also, just to mention again in future meetings, as anyone is talking into the microphone, if you can just get up right on it so that everybody in the audience and everybody up on the panel can hear, that would be awesome. So I'm trying to remember to do that myself. Yeah. So Jason can hear back there.
YouTube audience.
That's right. I'll just go through these. These are projects that are pending. We have that Donna Drive, that Ferguson Acres Lot 2 amendment. They're still finishing that up. Forest Retreat subdivision consolidation of 700 and 706 West Main Street. That's associated with a commercial strip center that we approved over there. The Friends of Indian Lake. This is for a little parking lot that goes with out at Heritage Park, where that bike trail is, kind of off-road bike trail. That's associated with that. The next one is Glen Oak Commons renovation. This is a site plan. We're working with the owners of that Glen Oaks. It's right across from the hospital where the church is refurbishing right now. It used to be, what was it? The Nest in that area. It was a grocery store years ago. I can't. Food Line, where Food Line was located. That's converting right now to a church. But then the balance of the rest of that, except not CVS, all that is going to be redone to that same kind of style that the church is redoing. So significant investment over there, so that's very exciting. Still working with the Sumner County school system on the Henderson football stadium. Mansker Farms parking lot. This is just parking lot next to a model home within that new section of Mansker Farms. Millstone Phase 6 lots. This is just a plat correction dealing with an easement and a setback that was incorrect when it was originally submitted. Merrill Hyde Magnet School tennis court. This is still with the Sumner County school system with some improvements of a tennis court over at Merrill Hyde. And then MTO Partners property consolidation. This is 128 Sanders Ferry Road. This is a project that will be coming to you all next month in July for a pretty significant strip center over there. And this is consolidating 2 lots into one lot. It's at Cages in Sanders Ferry. And then W.A. Shivel addition consolidation. This 136 and 138 Shivel, that has to do with what we just approved with the site plan this evening. Woodland Park, that previously was called Baird Farms. They're doing a staff level amendment to their preliminary plat. They're reducing the number of lots due to some topo issues by about 7. So they're reducing the number of lots there. And that's everything, Mr. Chairman, of projects that are pending with the staff.
All right. Well, Next is planning director comments. You have anything else you'd like to add?
I will keep it fairly brief, but I do want to introduce our new senior planner. This is Zachary T. Coleman, and he joined us a couple of weeks ago. We did do a nationwide search for this position, and over the last couple of months, we've been doing interviews, and Zachary was the successful candidate, so we're very excited about having him, and you'll see in the next coming months, he'll be leading several of the different staff reports. So he brings a wealth of knowledge on transportation and transportation planning, also has a lot of experience in urban planning, as well as with grants. He previously, I might let Zachary explain just a little bit your background, just
Sure.
to give everybody an idea.
Hi, everyone. Happy to be here. Thanks, Keith. Sorry. Yes. So yeah, I'm coming from the Federal Highway Administration, actually. So I moved down here. I was there for 3 years. A lot of experience, with grants there, obviously on the federal level, but also I'm coming from a county. So I was a senior planner for Orange County, New York for 6.5 years as well. So with that, it was a lot of dealing with the FPO, the transportation side of things, but also with land use and environmental planning. So it was really heavy on land use reviews, got to work on a plethora of, large projects, small projects. So yeah, I'm excited to kind of bring it to the city level and actually be able to kind of implement everything that I've learned both from the transportation side and the planning side, and actually get stuff done. So really happy to be here, and it's really nice to meet everyone.
It's good to meet you. Go ahead.
That's a very impressive background that he brings to us. Whenever we send out our highlight notes, can we include some information on this gentleman? I'm proud to have him.
All right, welcome.
Yeah, we certainly can do that, and he's a great addition to the team. And I do often, but I just can't speak highly enough of the team of professionals that we have on the planning staff. If you compare that around the country to other planning staffs, certainly across the board, the depth of our bench here and each planning staff member we have, they're superstars. And they care about the community, and they care about everything that they do, and they put a lot of passion in everything that they do for the Planning Commission and for the community, and I really appreciate that, and I'm very glad to have Zachary on board.
All right. Well, comments from anybody else? Zach, from all of us, we welcome you, man. Thank you. Hope you like Tennessee. I do. All right. Well, with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All right, we have a motion. We have a second? All right, thank you, Charles. And then all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anybody oppose? You're
Apparently
abstaining.
Mike's having a lock-in.
You want to stay tonight, man? All right, see y'all. Thank you.